Okay guys, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to do an update video because the last time I posted a video, you guys saw that I was extremely emotional in a panic state. And honestly, I'm still really unsettled, but I've gotten so many people who have reached out to me that I needed to come on here and just to tell you guys, yes, I'm physically okay right now. I'm still really shaken up and I don't feel safe out here, but I just kind of want to talk a little bit about what's happened since, because like this story, it's like I'm like trying to find some peace in this situation, which is really hard to come by. And if you guys watched my previous video, you would know that like this guy walked with me towards back to my home, and then when we got to my home, there was this guy wearing like a black suit, and I actually want to show you guys what it looked like. So this is like the black suit that this person had on. It's called a Morphe suit. But he had clothing on top of this. So he had this on and then clothing on top of it. So I saw him, I was really shaken up, super scared, screaming at him, get out of here, get out of here. I called police at 3:22 a.m. and they didn't do anything. They were super dismissive. I felt like in a state of shock because it was 3 a.m. here in Hollywood, and I don't have anyone here. I don't have like friends or family. I mean, I have some friends that I've made, but you know, like not people I've known for more than 2 weeks. Like I can't just go show up at these people's homes or anything, you know? So I was just like really scared, and I made this video because I like needed to talk about it. And after like calling my father and talking to him for some time, like I needed to get it off my chest. And then also in some sick way, I feel like I wanted it to be a record. And honestly, I want this to be a record too, because there are a few updates, and I hope this is the last video, but if more stuff happens to me, you guys already know I will be on the internet to talk about it. So that night I posted that video and I went into bed, but I didn't go to sleep. I usually play like sound noises when I go to bed, but because I was so paranoid about like someone breaking in or something, because the guy never left, he just ran down the block and got into a car. So I didn't really end up sleeping. I did eventually fall asleep probably around like 7 a.m. and it was like not because I wanted to fall asleep, but because like I was laying there and physically felt like my, you know, I couldn't control it anymore. Like my body had reached its max exhaustion. So I ended up waking up at like 1 o'clock. Yeah, 1 o'clock on Saturday, and immediately, I mean, you know, I feel super shaken up because I can't get this visual of this guy standing on my property out of my head. And if it was a robber, you would think a robber would run away. I mean, if it was something like supposed to be like sexual or something, you would think like the guy would get the message and realize like I'm over here on the phone talking about you R-wording me. Like, why are you even still here? So that's why I feel like I can't really like get over it yet, because like it doesn't, there's not a clear explanation, even if it was like some weird hookup thing, because there's a lot of people who just hook up on the street where I live. How did he know where I lived and how I was gonna be there right at that right time, standing there perfectly in my way to where like I just turn and it's like a wall. This person's like a wall there, and it's like I was like, what? It was so scary. So I woke up and I felt really unsettled the next day, and I immediately was like, okay, I'm going to the gun store to go and purchase a gun. I'm not shy when it comes to owning a firearm. I've owned firearms for I think over a year now at this point. So, but my guns are currently, well, they're headed here now, but they were in storage in Virginia. But I went to the gun shop and I didn't eat anything right away. I just kind of got up and just went there. It was like a 1.5 miles away, so I scootered there, and I ended up spending like 2.5 hours there because, well, they had me waiting for like 2 hours, but I was speaking to this guy in the lobby, and I just kind of was like telling him everything and talking to him about things and talking to him about self-defense and everything. So that guy, I wish I remembered his name. He was so nice, just like a genuine great guy, like beautiful daughter. Like he was showing me her little kid, and I was like, oh my gosh, like your family's so cute. And he was so nice. So he spoke to me for probably like 2.5 hours. I was at the gun store, and I actually can't purchase a firearm here because I'm not a resident. You can go and buy like a shotgun, like it's your constitutional right to buy like a shotgun, but like as far as like a hand, you know, weapon, I'm not allowed to get one here because I'm not a resident. So, or you have to have an ID or something. Like if you're not a resident, you have to have an ID of some sort. That's California. So that's why I said mine are headed here, but I was able to get some mace. I don't don't know if I have it on me, but I've got a couple bottles of mace. I got like a green like laser pointer thing that like shines the light into your face, and they told me it makes you like vomit because it's so blinding, and a couple other things. So I leave there and then I go to the police station. And at the police station, I learned that pretty much like I can't file a report because a crime didn't happen, which I can recognize that. Like, a crime did not happen, thank God. But like, this guy was trespassing on my property, would not leave, and I didn't know what his intention was to rob me, to harm me, to kidnap me. It would be stupid for me to sit here and act like I'm not a target because of what I do on the internet and because of people I talk about. And maybe to some of you guys, this might just seem like a YouTube video and things like that, but you guys know, like, I get a lot of legal threats and I don't back down. So what do you do when you can't legally go after them? And ultimately, I wasn't able to make any type of report. I kind of was laughed off, and I've noticed there's like this theme where like gay people in particular, they just like think everyone's super promiscuous out here. So I left there and then I came home, and then I got myself together and I went to a friend's house just to kind of like get away and just play some games and just get my mind off of it. Like, honestly, just being here right now, I just don't really feel safe or comfortable. I've been trying to like not be here. But before I went to my friend's house, I went around to all the neighbors and I asked them like if they have camera footage or anything. So my house does have cameras, but the cameras weren't on. That being said, they are on now. And there's a few homes that have cameras around here. So I knocked on all the doors. I told them all the stories. Like, this whole thing probably took like, you know, over an hour and a half because I'm telling, the story's not short. So, and I found like the house next door has a camera, and I got like I got the neighbor's number because they're out of town from another neighbor. So I've been texting them trying to get like the timestamp because their camera would perfectly get the guy jumping over out of the, off of the fence or whatever. But as I was like kind of like scoping out the area and just kind of like looking around, looking for like the car maybe he went into, I found something that I need to show you guys because oh my gosh, it makes me like really get emotional seeing this. Like, I've got goosebumps just because like I really don't want like some crap to happen to me. Like, trust me guys, I'm really not trying to, but I found this right outside my house. And I do remember when he was running away, let me turn the brightness down. I remember when he was running away, I heard like almost like he threw something. Like, I thought maybe he threw a phone, threw something else. I don't know if this necessarily came from him because it was 3 in the morning when it happened and I heard something, but I didn't like see anything. But literally, like, the spot that he kind of ran off to, I found this here. Like, what is my life right now? So I didn't touch it, I didn't pick it up, it's still outside. I don't know if I should go grab it as evidence. I don't know what I should do. But it's a knife. It looks like a kitchen knife that's almost been like sharpened, because look at like or it's at least been used a lot. And then here there's like a duct tape wrap on it, which like that really freaks me out because it makes me think that if they were using this like maybe I'm wrong here, but I feel like if they put duct tape on the outside of it, it's because if it were to get wet, like from blood or something, maybe the duct tape would have that grip on the knife. So if you think like if there's a plastic handle underneath this, it would probably be slippery if you had blood all over it. So like I think the tape actually like is kind of giving them a grip. Like, even see there's some tape there, I don't necessarily know, but that was really freaky. Yeah, so I went to the friend's house and then I came home, and of course I don't like feel safe here, even though my friend like walked me inside and everyone's been taking really good care of me. So I made friends with a guy like this past week. He's like an older gentleman. He's like almost in his 50s, and he actually like he's the host of one of the biggest like business podcasts out there. He's been really kind to me, and I've like been asking him like, hey, like, can you like just, I don't know, I just feel scared. So he actually came to my house last night at like 2 a.m. and we walked to his house like a mile away, and I stayed with him. And he has, I guess, a friend at the sheriff's office in West Hollywood, and he told me that like we'll go down together and then we'll put a report in and they'll take your report. I mean, if anything, maybe I need to go in with the mindset of harassment or stalking, but you can't really like make those claims unless you know who that person is, and that guy was completely anonymous. So there's an update. I don't feel good. I'm not gonna like not live my life. And ultimately, like, you know, God has a plan. Like, if I was taken out tonight by whoever that was, like, that's God's plan. Not that I want anything like that to happen, but I'm kind of like, I don't know what to do, because like my parents like, leave. My ex is like, you know, get a hotel, which also I do want to mention, a lot of people have been asking about Bunny, my dog. I do still own Bunny. Bunny is just currently with my ex because we were dating for 6 years. We broke up in December. 3 years into our relationship, we got Bunny. It was just her birthday. And once we broke up, she's my dog ultimately, so I took her to Florida with me, and he really, really missed her. So I just wanted to give him some time with her, so he's got her at the moment, but she will be out here soon. I think even sooner than we were anticipating, just because I need to have something or some company or something, because I just don't feel safe. And even like my dog has such great hearing. Like I remember when we were in Florida, like any little noise she was barking and stuff, so I could really use that support right now. And honestly, sorry, it makes me emotional. Thank you guys for being so nice too, because it is really scary. And like this whole video I've been trying to keep it together and stuff, but I don't know. I don't know what to make of it, and it was very traumatizing. And I don't think, like, I don't necessarily think I've even been in a traumatizing situation, because I've never had this where I can't stop thinking about what happened. I cannot get that image out of my mind. So thank you so much for the support, and thank you guys, and like send prayers if you believe in that stuff, and just like some like protecting spirit or something, because Hollywood is a scary place. And I don't know what happened, but I'm gonna figure it out. And I'm going to make sure I'm safe. I'm going to try. So thank you guys. I hope this is the last time I'm going to be talking about this, and we'll be back to our regular videos this week.